What if one food you believed was protecting your health is quietly asking more from your kidneys than they can comfortably give after 60? Healthy eating is not about trends, it's about what your body needs in this season of life. After 60, wisdom at the table can be just as important as wisdom in the heart. As we grow older, our bodies become more sensitive to the small choices we make each day. Foods that once felt energizing may no longer support us in the same way. Brown rice is often praised as a healthy grain, rich in fiber and nutrients. Yet after 60, our kidneys and digestive system may not respond to it as easily as they once did. This is not about fear. It is about awareness. By paying gentle attention to how certain foods affect our energy, comfort, and well-being, we can make subtle shifts that support vitality, balance, and long-term kidney health. Yet, the conversation about kidney comfort does not end with minerals or portion sizes. What often goes unnoticed is the way water and mindset work together inside the body. Hydration is more than a physical act. It is a rhythm. When water is sipped slowly, with steady breathing and an unhurried posture, it supports circulation. In a way that feels natural rather than forced, the kidneys respond best to consistency and calm, not extremes. Gentle hydration throughout the day allows fluids to move smoothly through the bloodstream, easing the quiet workload these organs carry. A peaceful mindset strengthens this process. Thoughts influence tension patterns in the body. When the mind is restless or burdened, muscles subtly tighten, breathing becomes shallow, and circulation can feel restricted. Over time, this tension may affect digestion, sleep quality, and even how efficiently nutrients are absorbed. Calm thoughts, on the other hand, encourage deeper breathing and steadier heart rhythms. This internal steadiness supports hormonal balance, helping the body maintain equilibrium without strain. Gratitude plays a surprisingly powerful role here. When attention shifts toward appreciation for the meal in front of you, for the strength in your legs, for the simple act of standing in morning light, stress chemistry softens. The nervous system settles. Blood vessels relax slightly, improving circulation to vital organs, including the kidneys. This relaxed state also benefits digestion, allowing enzymes and natural digestive movements to work without resistance. Slow movement complements this internal calm. A brief walk after meals, light stretching in the afternoon, or mindful breathing before sleep encourages fluid balance and lymphatic flow. These subtle actions support joint mobility and muscle tone without exhausting the body. Over time, consistent, gentle movement maintains strength and flexibility, protecting independence and confidence. Sleep also reflects this inner harmony. When hydration is balanced and the mind is at ease, nighttime rest becomes more restorative. The body uses those quiet hours to regulate hormones, repair tissues, and rebalance fluids. Quality sleep, in turn, improves daytime energy and steadiness. In this stage of life, refinement matters more than intensity. Sipping water with intention, moving with patience, and cultivating gratitude are small practices, yet they influence circulation, digestion, mobility, and emotional resilience in profound ways. The body responds not only to what we consume, but to the state of mind in which we live. This awareness deepens when we recognize that hydration is not simply about the volume of water consumed, but about the condition of the inner environment, receiving it. A tense body does not absorb nourishment in the same way as a relaxed one. When shoulders are tight and breathing is shallow, circulation subtly constricts. Fluids move, but not with the same grace. By softening the jaw, lowering the shoulders, and allowing each sip of water to be accompanied by a slow breath, you create internal space. That space invites better distribution of oxygen and nutrients, gently supporting kidney filtration and cardiovascular steadiness. Gratitude further refines this internal climate. It steadies the nervous system and shifts the body away from patterns of vigilance. In a grateful state, the heart rhythm becomes more even, signaling safety throughout the body. This quiet signal influences hormonal pathways connected to stress, regulation, appetite balance, and sleep cycles. Over time, such steadiness can support smoother digestion, more comfortable joints, and a clearer sense of energy during the day. Calm thoughts are not passive. They are active forms of self-care. The brain and kidneys communicate continuously through hormonal messengers that help regulate fluid balance and blood pressure. When the mind is hurried or burdened, these signals can become less coordinated. A peaceful internal dialogue, one that replaces harsh self-criticism with patience, encourages a more balanced internal response. Circulation flows with less resistance. Muscles remain more pliable. Even mobility benefits because relaxed tissues move more freely than those held in unconscious tension. Slow movement completes this alignment. Gentle walking, mindful stretching, or rising from a chair with awareness improves blood flow to the limbs and supports venous return to the heart. This assists fluid balance without strain. When practiced consistently, these small actions help maintain leg strength, protect balance, and preserve confidence in daily activities. They also encourage deeper breathing patterns, which enhance oxygen delivery and assist the body's natural cleansing processes. Sleep reflects the quality of these daytime choices. Entering the evening with a settled mind and balanced hydration allows the body to transition more smoothly into rest. During sleep, circulation redistributes, tissues repair, and hormones recalibrate. By pairing water with tranquility, gratitude, and mindful movement, you nurture a system that functions with greater harmony, not through force, but through steady, compassionate alignment with your body's natural rhythms. Over time, this gentle alignment begins to influence systems that many people assume are beyond their control. The body is constantly interpreting signals from the mind. When water is received in a state of ease, rather than distraction or tension, the digestive tract remains supple. The stomach and intestines rely on rhythmic muscular waves to move food and fluids efficiently. These waves respond to the nervous system. A calm inner state allows them to function with steadiness, supporting nutrient absorption and reducing unnecessary strain. Gratitude adds another layer of subtle nourishment. It shifts attention away from what feels lacking and toward what is working well. This shift alters posture, breathing depth, and even facial tension. When the brow softens and the breath lengthens, oxygen delivery improves. Cells throughout the body rely on oxygen to produce energy efficiently. As energy production becomes more balanced, fatigue may lessen and daily movement can feel more sustainable. The relationship between mindset and hormonal balance becomes especially meaningful. After 60, hormones regulate fluid retention, blood pressure, sleep cycles, and muscle maintenance. Chronic mental strain can quietly disrupt these rhythms. A peaceful orientation toward life, cultivated through reflective pauses, slow sips of water, and unhurried transitions between tasks, supports steadier internal communication. The adrenal system, which responds to stress, can settle into a more moderate pattern. This steadiness often translates into improved sleep quality, fewer restless awakenings, and more consistent daytime clarity. Slow movement continues to reinforce these internal shifts. When steps are taken deliberately and arms swing gently at the sides, circulation improves without overwhelming the heart. Muscles receive fresh blood supply, joints are lubricated, and balance pathways are stimulated. This type of movement preserves strength while respecting the body's changing needs. It also enhances lymphatic flow, assisting the natural clearing of metabolic waste products. Personal alignment means honoring what the body communicates. It may be choosing to sit quietly with a glass of water in the morning sunlight rather than rushing into the day. It may be stretching before bed while reflecting on moments of appreciation. These practices appear simple, yet they cultivate coherence between mind and body. Circulation becomes more fluid, digestion more comfortable, mobility more confident, and rest more restorative. Through consistent internal awareness and compassionate self-care, well-being evolves not from force, but from steady, attentive presence within oneself. Within this steady, attentive presence, even the simplest act of drinking water becomes a practice of internal stewardship. The body responds not only to nutrients and fluids, but to the emotional tone surrounding them. When water is taken in with impatience or while the mind is preoccupied, the breath often shortens and the chest subtly tightens. Over months and years, these small patterns influence circulation and muscular tension. By contrast, pausing before each sip, allowing the breath to deepen and the abdomen to soften, encourages more efficient blood flow and supports the kidneys in their quiet, continuous work. This softening has a direct effect on mobility. Muscles held in chronic tension restrict joint movement and reduce flexibility. Calm awareness releases unnecessary contraction. As the nervous system shifts toward a more balanced state, muscle fibers lengthen more easily, improving range of motion. Walking feels steadier, posture more upright, and transitions from sitting to standing more controlled. These changes are not dramatic. They unfold gradually through consistent, mindful habits. Gratitude further stabilizes internal chemistry. Feelings of appreciation stimulate neural pathways associated with emotional regulation. When the mind rests in appreciation, stress signals decrease, allowing hormonal rhythms related to sleep and digestion to settle into smoother cycles. Digestion, in particular, thrives in a relaxed state. Blood is directed toward the stomach and intestines, enzymes are released in appropriate amounts, and nutrients are absorbed with less resistance. Over time, this can contribute to more consistent energy and reduced digestive discomfort. Slow, deliberate movement complements hydration and mindset. Gentle stretching in the morning signals readiness to the cardiovascular system. A leisurely walk after meals supports glucose balance and encourages healthy circulation through the lower limbs. These practices nourish strength without strain. They preserve muscle tone and stimulate balance mechanisms within the inner ear and nervous system, helping maintain confidence in daily activities. Sleep, too, reflects this internal harmony. An evening routine that includes quiet reflection and unhurried hydration prepares the body for rest. The heart rate steadies, breathing deepens, and the brain transitions more smoothly into restorative cycles. During these hours, tissues repair, hormones recalibrate, and fluid balance is fine-tuned. Such practices are not about rigid discipline. They are expressions of respect for the body's evolving needs. By pairing water with a peaceful mindset and reinforcing that calm through gratitude and measured movement, internal systems work together with greater coherence. Strength, circulation, digestion, and rest become interconnected expressions of thoughtful self-care. When practiced consistently, this kind of thoughtful self-care begins to shape the internal landscape in subtle yet meaningful ways. The body thrives on rhythm. Regular hydration taken with intention establishes a gentle cadence that the kidneys, heart, and brain can rely upon. Rather than overwhelming the system with large amounts at once, steady sips spaced throughout the day support balanced fluid distribution. This steadiness eases the demands placed on circulation and allows blood vessels to maintain a more natural elasticity. The mindset accompanying these moments matters deeply. Calm thoughts act almost like an internal balm, smoothing the sharp edges of daily stress. When the mind settles, the diaphragm moves more freely, encouraging fuller breaths. With each deeper inhale, oxygen travels efficiently through the bloodstream, nourishing tissues and supporting cellular energy production. Over time, this pattern contributes to sustained stamina and steadier physical strength, especially during routine activities such as climbing stairs or carrying groceries. Gratitude refines awareness even further. It gently redirects attention from aches and limitations toward capacity and resilience. This shift in focus influences posture and muscular engagement. A grateful perspective often leads to standing taller, walking with more assurance, and moving with less guarded tension. Joints benefit from this relaxed confidence, as surrounding muscles are less likely to brace unnecessarily. The result is smoother mobility and a decreased sense of stiffness during daily movement. Digestive processes are equally responsive to this internal climate. A peaceful emotional state supports coordinated muscular contractions along the digestive tract, helping food and fluids travel at an appropriate pace. Nutrients are absorbed more effectively when the body is not preoccupied with stress signals. This harmony between mind and digestion can foster a sense of lightness after meals, contributing to more consistent energy throughout the afternoon. Even nighttime rest reflects these patterns. An unhurried evening routine, perhaps including quiet reflection while sipping water, prepares the nervous system for restorative sleep. As the body settles, heart rate and blood pressure follow a gentle downward rhythm. During these hours, hormonal balance is recalibrated, tissues repair, and the brain organizes memories from the day. In later years, vitality is often preserved through refinement rather than intensity. By nurturing calm awareness, honoring gratitude, and allowing movement to remain steady and deliberate, internal systems communicate more coherently. Circulation, strength, digestion, and sleep become interconnected expressions of a life lived with attentive care and personal alignment. As this alignment deepens, the relationship between hydration and inner composure becomes even more refined. The body's fluid systems mirror emotional currents. When the mind is hurried, fluid retention patterns can subtly shift, and circulation may feel less efficient. A composed inner atmosphere, cultivated through measured breathing and steady awareness, encourages the cardiovascular system to operate with quiet efficiency. Blood moves with fewer abrupt changes in pressure, supporting delicate vessels throughout. The kidneys and brain, taking water in with reverence rather than distraction, reinforces this steadiness. Each sip can serve as a pause, a reminder to release the tongue from the roof of the mouth, to soften the abdomen, to let the shoulders descend. These small physical adjustments ease tension along the spine and improve nerve signaling between the brain and vital organs. Over time, this contributes to better coordination, smoother gait, and a more grounded sense of balance. Gratitude continues to act as a stabilizing force within hormonal pathways. The endocrine system responds to emotional tone. When appreciation becomes a daily habit, stress-related hormones are less likely to dominate internal chemistry. This allows restorative hormones associated with tissue maintenance and sleep regulation to follow more predictable rhythms. The result is often a steadier pattern of energy upon waking and a gentler transition into rest at night. Calm thoughts also influence muscular integrity. Chronic mental strain can lead to persistent microcontractions in the neck, lower back, and hips. These tensions restrict circulation and may gradually affect mobility. By intentionally cultivating patience and self-compassion, muscles receive a signal that vigilance is no longer necessary. As they release, blood and oxygen reach deeper tissues more effectively, supporting endurance and resilience during daily tasks. Slow movement strengthens this internal dialogue. Rising from a chair with awareness of the feet pressing into the floor or walking while noticing the rhythm of breath and step integrates mind and body. This integration enhances proprioception, the sense of where the body is in space, which becomes increasingly valuable with age. Improved awareness of movement patterns helps preserve coordination and reduces unnecessary strain on joints. Digestive comfort often follows this same path. When meals and hydration occur within a peaceful mental frame, the digestive organs receive adequate blood flow and neural guidance. Nutrients are assimilated more smoothly, and fluctuations in appetite become easier to understand and honor. Through these consistent, gentle practices, the body experiences coherence. Circulation, hormonal balance, strength, mobility, and sleep are not separate goals, but interconnected reflections of an internal environment shaped by mindful attention and compassionate self-care. Mindful attention gradually transforms ordinary routines into sources of quiet renewal. The simple pairing of water with a serene inner posture becomes a daily opportunity to recalibrate. In these moments, the nervous system receives a consistent message of safety. When the body senses safety, circulation redistributes more evenly, nourishing extremities as well as vital organs. Hands and feet often feel warmer, movements more fluid, and transitions between activities less abrupt. This internal steadiness supports muscular strength in subtle but meaningful ways. Muscles do not thrive under constant tension. They respond best to cycles of engagement and release. A calm mental state encourages appropriate activation without unnecessary gripping. As you move through the day, reaching for a cupboard, stepping into the garden, rising from bed, the body learns to use only the effort required. This efficiency conserves energy and reduces wear on joints, quietly sustaining mobility. Gratitude deepens this efficiency by softening emotional resistance. When appreciation becomes habitual, breathing patterns stabilize. The diaphragm moves freely, gently massaging internal organs with each breath. This rhythmic motion enhances venous return to the heart and supports lymphatic flow, assisting the body's natural cleansing processes. The kidneys benefit from this improved fluid dynamics, as balanced circulation aids their filtering role without excess strain. Calm thoughts also influence digestive timing. The digestive tract functions optimally when the mind is not preoccupied with urgency. Eating and hydrating within a composed mental frame encourages coordinated enzyme release and steady muscular contractions along the intestines. Over time, this can contribute to greater comfort after meals and more predictable elimination patterns, both of which are foundational to overall well-being. Sleep remains intricately connected to these daytime habits. An evening practice of unhurried hydration, perhaps accompanied by quiet reflection on moments of gratitude, signals the body to transition inward. Heart rate steadies, blood pressure settles, and hormonal cycles align more harmoniously. Rest becomes an extension of daytime mindfulness rather than an abrupt escape from strain.